using it lightly. We are seeing brown people sent away to mega prisons without due process.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of The Dave Show. I hope everybody out there in the Idleverse is doing great. I know I am. Before we get started, I would just like to ask that you please subscribe. We are getting so close to that 6,000 mark. It's a big thing for me, being a small channel, and all it takes is just one little click from you, one and done. And no other additional costs. So let's push it to the 6,000 mark. All right. Well, let's get going to the show. I think it's a good one. I hope you enjoy it. All right. Let's do it. All right, my friends, we are going to be jumping head first into the land of crazy. Except the first clip we're going to watch is a little bit more of a splash of common sense. I think it's a good roadmap for how the left, and especially the far left, need to act in front of, pretty much anybody. So anyways, I hope you enjoy it. Buckle up, my friends. You're about to enter the Lib Zone.
The left would be doing so much better if we made ourselves the place where people can just come and be and let their guard down instead of giving hall monitor, weird, angry, nerd energy.
Yeah.
Which is what we give right now. And it's what we've been giving for years. And it's alienating, and it's weird, and it's confusing. And we need to stop.
Shocking.
Because that's not the vibe that people want to be around. That's not the vibe that I want to be around. Okay? Like, having all the right ideas and saying all the right words needs to not be a prerequisite for belonging.
Wow.
It just is right now, in a really counterproductive way. We just need to fucking get over it. People are never going to all think the same right thoughts. And that's actually fine. We are capable of connecting with one another as human beings without even knowing a lot of the time the specifics, the minutia of what is in one another's heads. And so I just think we need to shift the focus, man. Because
it's about time.
We're not doing so hot, if you haven't noticed.
Nope.
Whenever I'm having a bad OCD day and my fear of germs is getting the best of me, I try to remind myself that I used to regularly do blow off of random surfaces, mostly the backs of toilets and bars. I'm gonna be just fine.
Okay, that has got to be a troll, but if that is not, wow, what a charming young lady. It's somebody you'd really want to bring home to mom, you know? Ay.
Who won the Civil War?
We did. The South?
Who won the Civil War?
The U.S.
What did you say?
Okay.
Who did they beat?
Jeez.
Britain?
Is that the Civil War?
No. Who did they beat?
Well, at least you got that.
Who fought in the Civil War?
No, we're like, well, it's the Civil War, so it's the civilians versus whoever was in power.
Oh my gosh.
Parliament? We look so dumb right now. I know. I swear
What did the Civil War do? What was it about?
Oh gosh, come on.
Wasn't it about their civil rights? Getting their civil rights?
Again, a perfect example why the Department of Education needs to be abolished. We're not getting our money's worth, folks.
Are you serious? Wait. What is she doing? Oh, God.
Seriously? She's trying to put it in the camera?
How many women does it take to put gas in a car?
No, come on. This cannot be.
They found the gas tank.
They have to be trolling.
What are they doing? Are you kidding me? Wait, no. No, they're not using that smart way. We should stop them, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna destroy
That would be a
the
good
car.
thing.
Hey, look, it's a brand new car too. She just got it.
Oh my
Well, maybe it is the first time she's filling it up, if it's her new car. Oh, jeez Louise.
This cannot.
You think they would have gone over this?
I think they're gonna. Oh, they have to put the gas cap back on.
Gone over this at the dealership or
Wait,
something?
wait. She's probably turning around, dude. Finally. Oh my gosh. That's not gonna help. You need to turn around.
Yeah, that's not gonna help at all. You're actually making it worse.
What do they do?
Yeah, this is hard to watch. And you know, I bet this is actually real.
This guy was like, this is actually crazy.
Gonna get the same results.
I mean, I want to get out and help them, but I kind of want to see how long this is going to take.
No, this is perfect.
That's true. I think at this point she's grabbed the diesel. I would get out because this is the second time.
Put the green one back.
This is the second time she's tried to do the diesel. Don't do it. Oh, come on. I don't believe that. He's not crying for real. No way.
Start making sound effects.
I mean, that sucks, but...
Boycott! You say Tesla! Boycott! Tesla! Boycott! Tesla! Boycott! Tesla! Boycott! Tesla! This is what democracy
That's right.
looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. When I say fire, you say Elon. Fire! Elon! Fire! Elon!
Jeez. Oh gosh. These people are puppets. They're being manipulated by the hive mind. And, you know, I really feel sorry for them because they obviously can't think for themselves. They have to follow the directions of the hive mind, whatever they may be. And they have no thought for themselves, and it's sad.
So someone scratched my Tesla a couple of days ago.
That sucks.
And I did post it on TikTok. I got a lot of views and a lot of comments. A lot of people ask me, why don't you check the cameras and see if you can catch those guys?
Common sense, yeah.
The problem is my car was not on Sentry mode.
Oh, geez.
And
well, that's a problem.
I don't know how I took that off, but I did take it off. It could be because someone did tell me that it drains a lot of battery, and I park usually on the street where there's a lot of cars pass by, and the Sentry mode would always be on. Now I would recommend everybody with a Tesla car to put their Sentry mode on.
Yeah, I'm sure
something like this. This was stupid. I could have caught the guy.
Yep, exactly. But hey, you know, lesson learned.
Hey, TikTok, all my mega maniacs out there, look at this line of dipshits. Look at this line of dipshits. They came here this morning thinking they were going to get in front of Tesla and take over, but none of these assholes can get out of bed before 10 o'clock. So here we are.
That's probably true.
We took over the side of the street.
Nice.
In front of the great Tesla store in Westmont, Illinois.
Nice. Go Illinois.
We may not be the biggest crowd.
Yeah. But you blocked them.
We're awesome. We are awesome.
This is what we need more of.
We got here at 10 o'clock this morning, quarter to 10, to make sure they couldn't line up in front of the store. We were actually thanked by the managers and the salespeople inside Tesla in Ogden, Lincoln. So if you're looking to buy a car, come out and support Westmont Tesla. Westmont, Ogden, Lincoln.
Sure they did,
They're great people. They're Trump supporters. They like what Elon Musk is doing. Join us. We're going to be in Orland Park next week on 159th.
Oh, good.
In front of the Orland Park Tesla. Next week, they're calling for a day of violence and action against 500 Tesla dealers. We're going to show
29th.
up and support Tesla and make sure they don't touch any Teslas. Look at it. I want you to notice something. I want you to notice something about this pro-American liberal group. As I zoom in.
Yep. Where are the flags?
That's why I'm insulting them. As I zoom in, these pro-Americans, they don't have one American flag. Although I did see one sign supporting the Ukraine, but I bet they wouldn't send their kids and grandchildren to put the boots on like I did for 20 years. I guarantee
Thank you for
won't.
your service.
Because they're a bunch of cowards. They'd probably send their kids to Canada. Come on out, join us. Westmont Tesla, Ogden Avenue, 50 West Ogden Avenue, Westmont, Illinois.
Ogden.
If you love Trump, you love this country, you love Doge, you love what Elon Musk is doing, come on out. We're here till about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Whenever the dipshits leave, we'll leave.
Dude, we're underreacting. We need to be rioting, not protesting. We need to be, like, burning shit to the ground.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to be a hero. Somebody needs to be a fucking hero. We'd all think you were rad. Be a hero.
Someone needs to be a hero? What are you really saying, lady? I'm pretty sure I know what you're saying, and that's pretty disgusting. Be ashamed of yourself. And as far as those people that are doing the anti-protests, I guess there are too many antis in there. But anyways, you know what I'm saying. Those guys supporting America with actually supporting America and supporting Musk and essentially protecting the dealerships. I think that's absolutely fantastic. And like I said, we definitely need to see a lot more of that patriotism on display. We need to push back on these liberal lunatics.
Then you go out and try to fund a white power movement, Trump and his regime, and a white supremacist movement, and try to support and fund that and spread their propaganda. You might make a few people mad, man. And then on top of all that, you can start going into the white man's pocketbook. White people, they don't care too much about racism. That ain't a problem for most white folks, sadly. But what you start getting white people mad is when you start getting into the pocketbooks, man. White people love their money. But when you start, you know, taking taxes away from us and putting them in the billionaires' pockets, then defunding every safety net and service that we got to protect us in the federal government, just because you want to prop, you know, fascism up for Trump, and you want to steal a little here and steal a little there, while you got billions in contracts and wasting millions on rockets exploding and shit like that, and you're a Nazi on top of it? Yeah, even in America, KKK, that might just be a fucking problem.
What?
So let Tesla, SpaceX, and Starlink, and X, and anything else associated with Elon and Trump, let it all burn to the fucking ground.
Wow.
And I'll piss on its fucking ashes.
All of these people that are sitting here wishing and praying for the downfall of Elon and Tesla and SpaceX, and, you know, the thing that people aren't really thinking about, I don't believe, is that you have Tesla, you have SpaceX, and then you have all these other people all over the country, all over the world, really, but all over the country that have, you know, Tesla stock. And the SpaceX has stock? I'm not sure, but there's a lot of people that have Tesla stock. There's a lot of employees of Tesla, thousands of them, that have stock and have their pensions. And, you know, there's a lot of people's lives that are going to be affected if, let's say, Tesla goes under and you get your wish. So you're not just hurting Tesla. You're not just hurting Elon. You're hurting thousands and thousands of innocent people that have nothing to do with your delusional gripe.
You know, I was just sitting here thinking to myself, and I'm watching all the news on TikTok, watching about all the town halls and everything else, and just everything that's happening right now in our country. And the only question I have for myself is, when are we going to stop talking?
Okay.
And who's going to throw the brick?
Well, that is the interesting question. Who is going to throw the brick? You know, typical lefty, typical liberal. You know, they want all of your money, but they don't want any of their money taken. So they want somebody else to go and do the act. And we all know what I'm talking about. But they don't want to do it themselves. And you know what? As long as that mentality is kept, nothing's going to happen to President Trump. And thank goodness for that. Okay, well, let's see what else we've got going on here. I think we've got somebody that's going to be talking about a possible conspiracy theory. I don't know. Let's check it out.
The mysterious death of Jessica Aber, Biden's former prosecutor who was found dead this weekend, is now being linked to long-standing medical conditions.
Okay.
Really? Long-standing medical conditions? Alexei Navalny also died to medical conditions. And if you know absolutely anything about Russian politics and international affairs, he probably didn't actually die to fucking medical conditions.
Yeah,
the chief
not.
medical examiner of Virginia will ultimately decide the cause of her death, but it's likely that anything will actually come out of that. But I'd just like to say, is it likely that a 43-year-old woman who just resigned from her pretty powerful and recognized job would randomly drop dead months after resigning, with nothing else having happened about this medical issue in the past that would have caused her to want to resign? She was 43 years old. That's pretty fucking young.
Yeah,
Most
young.
medical conditions don't come for a little while after that. And it really doesn't help that they continue to not release exactly what killed her. It's like they're cooking up the bullshit. This is a pretty fucked up story. However, it's also unfortunately the America that we live in today, thanks to a fucking orange.
Yeah, I'll admit, 43 is pretty young to pass away, especially from some kind of ongoing medical condition. But I mean, who knows? You hear of people in their 20s dropping dead all the time from, what, a heart failure, and they're otherwise perfectly healthy, right? I mean, it happens when it's time to go. It's time to go. However, you do probably maybe want to talk to the Clintons. Some say they have a list. And I remember this reporter that was involved with the Clintons that was supposedly going to be giving some kind of information to the authorities, and right before that, he conveniently committed suicide by shooting himself in the back while jogging one morning. So that's not suspicious at all.
The reason I stopped you today is because your tag, your license plate has been expired since 2013. When I run it, it shows to have been got suspended in 2014. That's the reason for the stop.
My question was, what's your emergency? Do you have an emergency? Is there a articulable cause for concern? Why did you pull me over if there's no emergency?
That's why. It's your suspended license plate.
So you don't have an emergency? I would love to help you if you have an emergency.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
I would love to help you if you have an emergency, sir.
Yes, ma'am. It's a traffic stop. It's not an emergency. Do you have a driver's license?
He's an idiot.
Well, are you making any assumptions or presumptions here today?
I can't hear you still.
Are you making any assumptions or presumptions here today?
Allow me to expose my colon once again. The ramification inflicted on the incision placed within the fallopian cavities serves to be holistic, taken from the Latin word jalapeno.
She thinks she's like really smart, but she's an absolute idiot. Yeah.
Ma'am, I just need to see your driver's license.
Well, you're under the assumption that I drive.
Am I what?
You're under the assumption that I drive.
Okay.
What's your articulable?
Internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate the crux of my venereal infection.
It's not even a word. What?
For stopping me.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license with you today or an ID? Any form of identification?
I don't drive. I travel, sir.
What's that mean?
I don't drive.
What?
I travel.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license or
I don't drive. So do I have to show you any kind of driver's license? I have you on camera saying that I by law have to show you a driver's license.
That's correct. Yes, ma'am. You do.
That's kind of inaccurate. Can you call your supervisor? And are you familiar? And are you familiar?
Wow. That was a master class in stupidity. Jeez.
Who is the vice president?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. It's Vance. What's his name? Vance.
All right, you're almost there.
TP Vance.
TP
Oh,
Vance.
what's his name? Vance something. It's
Toilet
like the
paper
guy that's
Vance?
relatable.
Well, hopefully old TP Vance will be president after President Trump. Oh my gosh, we're doomed. We're doomed.
completely disregarded the judge's rule about getting these records in by noon.
So what?
Those flight records of shipping off those migrants to El Salvador illegally, disobeying the order. They had every right to appeal the decision to get those records in by noon. Now they are outright flouting the order. So, constitutional crisis before now. We are definitely in it now. He is outright defying a judge's ruling.
Look, the administration is not ignoring these demands from the judge, okay? The judge is sticking his nose into a place where it doesn't belong. President Trump is acting in official presidential duties, right? And the judge has no place in that. He has no say whatsoever. So I think this judge needs to know his role, stay in his own lane, and let the president do his job and get these pieces of trash out of the country where they belong, so that they're not. You really want to side with the criminals here on this one, Judge? Is that what you're doing? Because that's what it sounds like you're doing. It sounds like you're siding with the pieces of garbage, the animals that are being sent out on these planes. But I guess if you'd rather protect the criminals as opposed to protecting Americans, hey, that's on you.
I was just driving and I had to stop my car and park to show you this. Look at what I found.
Okay. Cool.
Literally transgender house right here. Red, white, and blue, and they're all saturated. Girl, this is where we're gonna live.
Well, it's not exactly red, white, and blue. I do hear what you're saying, though. I mean, I wouldn't personally go with all pink for the outside of my house, but to each their own, and that's what makes America great.
Somebody today told me that I'm using the NAZI word lightly. No, I'm not using it fucking lightly.
What?
We are
Probably
seeing
are.
brown people sent away to mega prisons without due process. They told me they're okay with some innocent people going to prison for the rest of their fucking lives. What the fuck is going on?
Hey, whoa. Slow your roll, my friend. Calm down. Okay? First of all, these people are not American citizens, and they do not have due process. So, sorry.
I find it really hard to agree that with Elon Musk about cutting, I believe it was 5,000 federal park workers whenever there are only 12,000 workers and they're already understaffed. It's doing such a disservice to one of the greatest parts of our country to get rid of these people's livelihoods who take care of these places we love so much.
It's a good argument. I'm sympathetic towards it. However, you would agree that nobody is immune from getting fired.
I would agree that. Okay. But I believe they should be fired based on their merit.
Fair enough. However, everybody in this audience that works in the private sector has had layoffs of either yourself or your friend where entire departments get deleted. You might be doing a great job, and companies might just say, we don't have the money. What I like about what Elon is doing on this instance is we must realize we are going bankrupt. And you have to make hard decisions when you go bankrupt. So I just want you to understand from our perspective that nobody should be necessarily off limits from getting us towards a balanced budget.
Yeah, I personally experienced that. It was right after 9/11 happened. I was working as an artist for the newspaper, doing ads and doing various other things. And the department heads quickly realized that they were not going to be able to fund a lot of the department I was in. And we were let go. I was like, what? That really sucks. But hey, it happens. So, and I'm not, I moved on. So I got another job, and everything's going to be okay for all those Rangers out there that got dismissed.
Oh, Sleepy Joe, he's too old. Okay, shall we compare what your syphilis-brain septuagenarian has done in the last 2 weeks? Last week, he talked about how impressed he was that Barron could turn his laptop on within 5 minutes of turning it off. Holy shit, that's crazy! This week, he claimed that he didn't sign the proclamation that invoked the Alien Enemies Act. Gee, then why is your signature at the bottom, buddy? The guy can't form a complete fucking thought, and every one of you ass-kissers chalks it up to, it's the weave. He also can't pronounce a single fucking word without slurring it. Isaac Neutron! Tesla!
Oh, come on. That's, I think, on purpose. The man is an educated person, and I don't think he just naturally says those words that way. I think it's probably to get responses like this. Anyways.
Seriously, every one of you red-hatted fucks can't form an opinion that isn't based completely on hypocrisy. Not one. And just so we're all clear on this alien enemies thing, you guys have two choices. One, you can feed into the lie that he didn't sign it, which means someone forged his signature.
Like Biden did? With all those pardons?
Marco Rubio. Or you fucking half-wits can admit the fact that your president is fucking demented. It's your choice, I really don't care, because either one makes you look exactly as fucking dumb as you are. Wouldn't it be nice if we weren't being ruled by a guy who's riddled with both incontinence and incompetence? Oh wait,
boy,
we
so
had that
clever.
choice, and you idiots fucked it up in November.
An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind.
No, it fucking doesn't. At all, actually. I took the eye of the person who took mine. We're square now. Whoever fucking came up with this saying was obviously someone who wanted to make sure that nobody tried to rise up against, like, the evil people of the world. Because, like, that makes no fucking sense at all. If I take his eye for taking my eye, we both have an eye left. Nobody's blind here, unless he's a bloodthirsty maniac who doesn't understand even Stevens, and he wants to take my eye. And at that point, he's going to take my eye. I'm blind. I can't take his eye. Therefore, unfortunately, the world is not blind. He's still walking around, unless he goes, because he's a fucking psychopath, he's gonna walk up to somebody else and try to take their eye, thus getting his last eye stolen.
What?
But that's where the buck stops, because the guy that he took the eye from is not, like, a psycho like him. He just was walking around, he just got retribution like I did. He just didn't have to get fucked in the end because the psycho wasn't still alive, because he didn't... You understand what I'm saying? The point is,
No, I don't.
revenge is very warranted. Violence is very warranted.
No, it is not.
When someone takes your fucking eye. And if there's a bloodthirsty maniac walking around, stealing people's eyes all the goddamn time, if he doesn't have repercussions, he's gonna keep taking people's fucking eyes. That's why he took my eye in the first place, probably.
Okay, well, that was a long, rambling rant, but I think we all know what he was talking about. However, I think what he was saying is more appropriately put onto the left, because I think the left is the lunatic that gouged out Elon Musk's eye, being Tesla. So they're the ones that struck first. They're the ones that, caused the violence and is doing the violence. So in this guy's, assessment, repercussions need to be had, consequences need to be doled out to the left, and I hope and pray that that is exactly what is happening right now with the FBI and with Bondi and with the whole new crew. Justice needs to be blind, but there needs to be consequences.
Cut your own off.
I would rather not.
It's your body, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is my body.
And if you get pregnant, there's another body in you.
No.
True.
People in the back. Her body. Her choice. Her body. Her choice.
It's not your body.
Gosh. Okay. What are you doing? Those are very expensive cars. I'm not sure what's going on here.
All right, TikTok, help me out.
Yeah.
I need to find a voodoo doll maker.
Okay.
I need...
Check, yeah. Oh, you're so funny.
4 of them.
You're so funny.
So somebody help me out. I need 4 voodoo dolls. Let's go.
Why can you not respect the existence of trans people?
If you mean lying, I won't lie. But every human being is made in the image of God, and so they deserve human rights.
It's lying
True.
to... I'm confused. What...
It is a lie to call somebody
By
a
a
sex,
pronoun that they prefer.
to call them a pronoun that is not rooted in reality. Let me ask you, can anyone become a woman?
It doesn't have anything to do with me, so yes.
Okay, look, if a biological man came next to you in your dormitory or locker room, would you be okay with that?
If they came next to me.
And started
yeah,
changing next to you?
Sure.
What does that have to do with
No, she wouldn't.
A naked man comes next to you in the locker room.
No, she wouldn't.
And just starts saying, hey, how you doing? You have no issue with that.
If it was someone that identified as a woman and they weren't hostile towards me, no, I wouldn't mind.
Okay, so there's a mental delusion out there where people think that they are 12 years old. Should we affirm that?
No.
Okay, so then if we don't affirm that mental delusion, why should we affirm the mental delusion where men who think they are women or women who think they are men?
Because there's a power like problem with age.
And there's no power problem between men becoming women or going into locker rooms or winning female trophies or winning female sports?
There can be, but it's all about people being comfortable and being respectful.
You see, this is where we have a difference. So you look at the world through trying to accommodate the comfort of the oppressed. We look at the world through right and wrong, moral and immoral, and just and unjust. We don't care about making people comfortable. We care about what is right. We care about the protection of women.
Y'all, it takes one time. It takes witnessing a man smack a woman once, a kid get bullied once, someone being discriminated against once. You see it once and you don't say anything, the second time just doesn't seem so bad. It takes one time for the cycle to start and never stop, which is why I will be damned if my children ever witness me roll over and not stand up for another human being. The Trump administration and the way they are trying to turn people against each other and create this volatile, hostile society.
What?
Is something I will never stand for, and I will not let my children grow up to think that treating one another like this is acceptable ever. So I will fucking go down fighting because I'm scared. I'm scared of what's happening. I'm scared of what's to come. I hate crying on the internet, but this shit is
Don't
real.
do it.
What is happening in our society and what Donald Trump is doing is real.
What is real?
And it's time that we stand up and show our kids that this is not the way.
What?
This is not okay.
What? What is not okay? I don't even know what you're talking about, lady. You sat there and talked for like a minute or whatever, and you said absolutely nothing. What is not okay? Look, there's nothing bad or scary happening because of the administration. It's because you're plugged into that hive mind. You're watching CNN and MSNBC every day, and you've been blinded to the truth. You have no idea what's really going on. You're like this intellectual zombie. They tell you what to say and you say it. They tell you to be scared and you're scared. You need to just walk away for a while and take a detox. One is coming up pretty soon, so maybe it would be good for you too.
How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
12? 7?
It's close.
Girl, I don't know.
28?
Is it in the 20s?
It is
what?
Not. Is it in the 50s?
Yeah.
It is not.
Is it 100? No. Wait.
Where are you
worse.
going? We have 100 Supreme Court justices.
3?
How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
Is it like 8? 10? 9? No, is it 11? 6.
How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
Justices? So like when you say that, like you mean like the FBI? Dang, I should not have drank. Justices. I'm gonna be honest,
That's
I plead
true.
the fifth.
That is also an amendment.
Yeah.
How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
Oh, 8.
Okay. You want to do a different one? How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
Is it 12?
Yeah, 12.
12. 12?
Okay.
I guess-
You're both wrong.
Not
You want to
right
go again?
now.
4?
No.
It's probably like maybe even more.
Is
I
it
don't
more?
know. I don't know.
Is it more or less?
It's less than 12.
Oh. Wait, how much did you say? I already said 8.
9.
6.
It's 9?
It's 9.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, can you name one?
Oh,
Not a
Judge Judy.
chance.
Only judge I know.
She wishes.
It's time for Dave's Detox. That's what I want to do some days. Just lay around and skip some peanut butter. What a good life.
Cats love to do
Nice. Wow. Wow. Do a lot of cats do that? Oh my gosh. That's terrifying. Don't do it. Aw. Curious little guy. Nice. Aww. Awesome. Do a little dog paddle. What a sweetie. Aww. Oh, he's actually got a leg. Oh, wow. He's actually riding it a little bit. That's cool.
Push good. Push good. Push good. Push him. Oh, good.
Get a little butt rub.
This is what's happening.
Speaking of butt rubs, my gosh.
Is that a baby possum? Yeah.
I don't know. I'll take your word for it. He's got 2 scratch areas right over there. That's funny. Dog's like totally going hyper crazy. She's trying to do yoga.
Oh, Molly. Who's that?
Aww.
Who's that?
Look at that tail. That's a happy young boy. Yeah. That's awesome. That's beautiful. It's got blue water. Wow. Oh, no! Oh, no! That's not good. Is he shivering? What? Cold? Well, my friends, I think that was a pretty good detox. It definitely cleansed the palate. And if you liked the episode, please subscribe, like, share, slap that bell around so you always know when I put up another video. Also, we are so very close to 6,000, and I would ask your help to get there, to push us over the edge. It's a kind of a big deal for this channel being so small as it is. And again, it's just a little click for you, but it's all the world for me. All right, well, listen, until the next episode, have a great day, stay safe, and know that you are loved and appreciated. All right, bye.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.